Hey everyone, my name is Taps, and I've mentioned in a recent video that it's about to go down once Ecomi and Veve move to Immutable X in the next couple weeks and start allowing their collectibles to hit Opensea marketplace and not just be gated within the app. Well, I wanted to share some proof. This recent proof shows that NFT whales are clamoring for this to happen. And there's some added bullish news around just how great the foresight of Veve was and how important licensing is going to come into play to help them crush in the NFT space. As always, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the community and feel free to subscribe. I'm a crypto, stock, and real estate investor, but never a financial advisor. All right, so let's get right into the proof. If you remember a while back, I had an interview with PO of NFT Culture. If you haven't heard of NFT Culture yet, go check them out, subscribe to their channel, and visit their website. They are a group of NFT specialists who cover different projects and what's happening in the overall NFT space. Well, PO, who I had my interview with, recently had an interview with Maddie, who's up top, who's a well-known NFT enthusiast and NFT whale, known best by his moniker of DCL Blogger. And Maddie, DCL Blogger, rubs elbows with many in the crypto space, including Gary Vee and CoinDesk. Reuters is not crypto, but very big name in just the business world. But Pio had a recent interview with Maddie, and listen to what he says in this interview where he's discussing how he was going to actually sweep the floor on the comics within Veve, but didn't yet, and why he didn't.
I think opportunity is like a drug, right? There's just so much opportunity, and to think you'd miss something that comes your way. Like the other day, and this kills me, but 4 days ago, Marvel are dropping comic mints, like official licensed comics on Veve.
On
right?
Veve, yeah.
Veve. And man, I don't know if you were able to pick like the 1939 mint or the very first ones. But they're 20K, 15K, 20K USD. I remember looking at them and they were 8K, and I was going to sweep the floor and grab like 10 of them. But I could not bring my money because they're only accepting like fiat. They're not accepting crypto. So my bank would have issues and I just couldn't do it. But I'm just like, I can't do anything but helplessly watch that increase from 4K to 8K, and now it's sitting at 17K in the last 4 days. What that actually means, because 1939 is the first ever comic that Marvel released, right? And so that's the first ever NFT mint that Marvel released as a comic. And so if they go on to mint everything else from now as comic books, then that's like your Nakamoto Rare Pepe right there.
Wow.
Right? Yeah. So for me, going back and looking at that post drop and analyzing it as a whole sort of investment into Marvel's future into the NFT space, I think it's pretty interesting.
For sure. I mean, and watching those things explode when you had like, an inclination to buy, to me is like the worst thing ever. That
really great visibility into probably a mentality that a lot of whales are having. And he actually refers to the comics as possibly being like the Satoshi Nakamoto Pepes, which if you're not in the NFT space, Satoshi Nakamoto Pepes are worth a ton in Opensea and very rare. As you can see, this one's selling for 10 ETH or $32,000 at current ETH price. The reason he didn't sweep the floor and buy 10 secret rares Spider-Man comics on Veve, he said, was because he'd have to load up a ton of gems, which would take a while since you can only do so with increments, right? There's a max amount of gems that you can buy, which also each time has fees, and his bank would flag it. So he said this was a missed opportunity, which he was right, because we've seen those Spidey comics, the secret rares, jump from 1,000 or 1.2 all the way up to 5,000 or higher. This is why many of the collectibles in Veve need to be on Opensea, and why they will do so well, because you can send however many ETH you want, you can purchase however many you want, and this is why many whales in the NFT space have been on the sidelines just waiting to hop in. They need that ability to buy as many as they want, as fast as they want, have true ownership, and be able to cash out, not just have gems to buy more collectibles. That's all coming in the next couple weeks. That's what Opensea offers, and it's not just Maddie. We've seen plenty of NFT enthusiasts mention Veve, but not say that they've hopped in yet. Why? Because they're just biding time. They're waiting for this to kick off into Opensea. It's going to be a field day because Veve offers some of the best quality content made for NFTs that's going to be available in OpenSea, and fans who are NFT enthusiasts are just waiting. Even Maddie, someone who has almost 6,000 NFTs on OpenSea, hasn't, and is an NFT creator himself, hasn't done a video yet on his YouTube channel or even publicly spoken about Veve on Twitter, but discusses that he's in the app looking on NFT Culture's interview. But it's smart to not bring attention to all of the other whales, what he's doing and what he's targeting in Veve. We just saw Altcoin Daily, one of the biggest and most respected crypto channels on YouTube, mention OMI in their recent video, 5 coins to $5 million, top low cap altcoins with massive growth potential in September. And they listed OMI as the #1 coin to watch. They have almost 1 million subscribers, which if you're not following them, highly recommend. They're one of my favorite channels. And this isn't the first time that they've mentioned OMI, and it's not going to be the last. There were several big creators who mentioned OMI back when it was on a rampage in March. That's about to repeat at the end of this month. And Veve was actually in Bloomberg News today via Marvel. It'll surprise few that after a digital mosaic sold for $69 million in March as an NFT, comic book giants Marvel and DC informed their artists that they shouldn't try the same with the likes of Black Widow or Batman. And this came out as a warning, and some listened, some didn't. But then the letters appeared. Artists were told by the two publishers the sale of NFTs of the company's characters should be put on hold. And then we saw in August, Marvel's plan became clear when it began selling official digital collectibles of its Spider-Man character in a range of virtual poses, priced at as much as $400 each. And that's on Veve. A spokesperson for Marvel said the company plans to introduce new opportunities for Marvel creators on Veve's platform. So in some ways, this is unfortunate for NFT comic book artists who want to create the art, right? So there's that side, but this is bullish AF for Veve because Marvel and DC and many more licenses are drawing the line in the sand, saying these are our characters, our IP. You can't create NFT likeness of these characters unless it's us who creates them. Who is the only company that you know who right now has the license and allowed to create Marvel and DC NFTs? Ecomi and Veve. The likelihood that other major licensors are going to want to go this route to protect and channel their IP is highly likely because it's the best path of least resistance for them, able to meet compliance measures with capitalizing with something that's been proven to be successful. That's Veve. And that's why when you type in Marvel or Captain America or anything into OpenSea, you don't really get a whole lot. And this just popped up a couple days ago, and I would recommend whoever made it, you should probably take it down because they've listed Veve collectibles from Marvel Worldwide, which is fake, and it's on Polygon. People like this are going to be made an example because right now the NFT world is still very much the wild, wild west, even more so than crypto. But big brands will start making examples of those bad actors who try to get away with profiting off their IP. The articles and letters that they sent out are a solid warning shot of what we'll see becoming harsh realities to rule breakers in the near future as we see more regulation come into the NFT space on what you can create and what you can't. Many are very new to the concept of NFTs outside of Veve. Well, I have a video coming out tomorrow where I'll actually go into some more details around how to mint, navigate OpenSea, and what to consider when you're buying and selling NFTs in an open marketplace. So all of this is just more reassurance that we got in at the right time. If you've been stacking up collectibles in Veve for months now, especially these low mints and super rare ones, get ready. If you've been stacking OMI the past couple of months and dollar cost averaging down when the price has been low, again, get ready. Because Immutable X, buybacks, more licensors, master collector, and OpenSea are all weeks away. It's feeling like a tidal wave that's gonna just hit the rest of the crypto world. As always, I hope you found my content valuable, and if so, please hit the like button and leave a comment down below. The likes and comments appease the algo overlords and help my channel to continue to grow. And if you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button and notification bell for future content. That's it for today. I'm Taps. Thank you for your time, man. Happy trading.